Gets with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But from the east side, that's how we slide. This how we ride. Yeah, that's how we ride. On bro, don't leave. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Go, 3, 2, 1. Apply till you can't see me. Switch, yeah. From the first whistle, we go all in. Numbers up and never falling. Like it's the lottery in front of me. Don't pay riding, make out the ride away. You know I stuck to the plan and I stayed out the way. Now we're spending no money, never touching the bank. Just show me the game and I'ma get it done. Don't do it for fame, do it for the one. This was a star, my damage, my love. If you want to drive, she get what money. I got time to get it. Talking on me, so my car's a tinted. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Popping in the dance and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride. Yeah, this how we ride. On bro, don't leave. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Go, 3, 2, 1. Apply till you can't see me. Switch, yeah. From the first whistle, we go all in. Numbers up and never falling. My baby called me and said she needed it. 25 out of time, get it. Stop playing with me, you know that you here to stay. Stop playing with me, I'll be back home in it. And I know I'm on the go, but I'm not over you. Maybe far from home, but I'm so close to you. Gotta get that bag like I'm supposed to. Had to rush her real, talking overdue. Then I get money, I got time to get it. Talking on me, so my car's a tinted. Dancing with the devil like I'm bargaining with it. Dance and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride. Yeah, this how we ride. Giddy up, 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 giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that is hot for the cup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up, call her cause she poppin', G4.
As per usual, this is all secondhand. Don't come after me because basically everything that I'm saying has already been recorded. So if you do come for me, all you're going to get is bills. Let's start with the opener.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the speaker, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm a 10.
What's up? It's me, Kisu, coming back to you. Same situation, still trying to make it work. As usual, I'd like to say first.
Hello.
And of course, I don't know what the hell's going on with my arm. I think it's because I'm leaning actually on my knee. Let me handle something. This background music is too loud still. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to get everything. You know, it's still always a struggle and shit. Do excuse me. Oh, jeez. All right, that's better. Okay, so anyways, as per usual, we're going to start with some new news. I'm not sure. It's not really tea, I guess, but it is basically going over the rounds in the news field. So let's check this one right out. White man caught on viral video following black teen in neighborhood fired. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I actually saw this today, but this has been going around for about 2 days now. The London Stock Exchange Group, LSEG, has fired an employee involved in a viral video that showed a group of white men following a black teen in Sarasota, Florida neighborhood. According to Bloomberg, LSEG fired Stephen Carrega, who was identified as one of the men following the teen as he walked around his neighborhood. Okay, so they both live in the same damn neighborhood. So I just don't get it. The hell is your issue? And this happened right after that damn hurricane. So of course people are going to be trying to get signals because that's what the little boy actually was trying to do. I'm so sick of this shit, and I'm so glad it happened so quickly because this is some bullshit, especially during a disaster like this. Hold on, let me check something because like I'm all over the place here. Hey Terry. So let's see here now. The individual involved was initially suspended while we investigated the matter, an LSEG spokesperson said in a statement. The investigation now concluded and the individual's employment has been terminated. The teenager's mom, Whitney Portela, initially shared footage on social media of her son being followed down the street in a neighborhood by at least three grown-ass men fucking with a kid. You ain't got shit to do. I'm telling you right now, when Hurricane Laura hit Lake Charles, I really wasn't thinking about who the hell was in my neighborhood. If they had resources to help me, that's all I cared about. As long as your ass wasn't in my damn yard, I'm good with you. Shit, these motherfuckers following people down the street. I don't care if you walk down the street. That's not my property. Anyways, in a Facebook post, Portela said at least one of the men had followed her son in a vehicle for several minutes. Portela accused the men of racial profiling. Video of the incident has amassed millions of views across social media platforms. The morning aftermath of Hurricane Milton, my son wanted to walk the neighborhood to talk to his girlfriend on his phone because we didn't have power, so his service was bad in the house. This is what he had to deal with. Even after telling these men he lives here, they were not satisfied with his answer and continued to harass him. Portela previously wrote on her Facebook. This is the video. If you want to see it, it is on TikTok. And you know, it's really sad. I've seen it on several outlets now, and it just goes to show you that, yeah, it is true. Guilty being outside while black. That's basically what the damn thing is. And I'm so glad you got fired. So here we go. You tried it. You tried it and you failed. So let's see here now. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office said last week it had launched an investigation into a complaint filed by the mother. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is aware of a video circulating on various social media platforms of an incident that occurred in the Sky Ranch neighborhood on Thursday, October 10th. Detectives have been assigned and are actively locating and interviewing witnesses in what appears to be an altercation involving neighbors and a male subject who was recording himself as he was walking. The sheriff's office takes these matters seriously and will fully investigate any allegations of criminal activity, the SCSO said in a statement. LSEG said in a statement, amid Carriega's termination, we expect the conduct of our employees to meet a high standard. LSEG operates a zero-tolerance policy against any form of racism, discrimination, prejudice, or harassment. Honestly, I'm glad it happened because seriously, you a grown-ass man. Seriously, all three of y'all were grown-ass men. He wasn't doing shit to y'all. He wasn't on your property. He wasn't on your grass. He was in the middle of the damn street, okay? Unless y'all were checking if he was okay, I don't see what the reason was for y'all to be involving yourselves with his life, really. You're just big-ass bullies that just want to fuck with somebody because you want to feel above someone. So I'm so damn glad that shit happened to you. And I hope the other ones get caught too, because this is fucking ridiculous. And once y'all start paying accountability, then y'all knock this shit off and start acting like real people, because this is ridiculous. You're a goddamn grown-ass man. What the fuck are you doing messing with a whole child? Teenagers are still children. You do realize that, right? I just want y'all to know that. But anyways, as you can see, we got some fuckery, but we do have a lot of fuck around and find outs coming around, and that was one of them. But seeing as it's in pop culture at the moment, I really did want to bring attention to it. It's been getting on my damn nerves. You following a goddamn teenager. And this is how that shit happened with fucking Trayvon Martin running around chasing little boys. They ain't got nothing to do with you. They minding their own damn business, living their best life. Here your ass come, a whole grown ass man, fucking with him, just because you don't feel big. Man, miss me with the bullshit. But anyways, you know how I go. I'm gonna go ahead and do my commercial. I would love it if you would like, share, and help me grow my numbers. I don't know what's going on. I already have a feeling that I'm getting shadow banned, but I'm always gonna get that because I always go against, everything. I just don't like following shit. So, I'm always running to a wall. Anyways, here go my commercial.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so give me a second here. Where's my damn thing? All right, I just wanted to make sure that my mic was still on because sometimes I'd be forgetting to unmic it. Anyways, so now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. This was reported today. Witnesses and survivors of a deadly dock collapse describe catastrophe experience. Now, this was in Georgia today, and here is the aftermath. It's fucked up. Portion of the gangway that collapsed Saturday afternoon remains visible the next day on Sapelo Island. That's what you would consider Gullah Gullah in McIntosh County, Georgia. I hope this isn't a setup. I really do. Demands for a federal investigation mount as witnesses and survivors of a gangway collapse at a dock in Georgia described the catastrophic failure that unalived 7 people traveling for a festival celebrating Gullah Geechee history. At a news conference Tuesday morning, Regina Brinson described being on the dock when she heard a crack. She was with several people who were trying to board the final ferry to Sapelo Island on Saturday. Brinson said she turned around to see the metal walkway crumple, plummeting her and several other people into the water beneath the ferry dock, including her uncle, Isaiah Thomas, 79. Brinson held on to the side. Brinson held on to the side of the structure as Thomas grabbed her hand and clothes, pulling her head underwater. I had to take his fingers one by one and peel them off my shirt, Brinson said while sobbing, and I pulled him back up to the top and I saw his face and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? And he floated by me. Katrina Alexander added that she barely avoided being plunged in the water. Okay, first of all, one thing that I did have to come to terms with when I was learning to swim and when I was in a certain branch, you cannot try to save a hysterical person. You have to get them to calm the hell down because they will bring you down with them. And that's not helping nobody. So she did what she had to do. Unfortunately, he was terrified and I'm very sorry for her loss, but she had to do what she had to do, unfortunately. What I would really like to know, and I'm hoping that this wasn't a setup because like I said in prior newscast that they've been after the Gullah Gullah Geechee land for a while. They have been trying to take that land over, make it tourist ready, gentrification, all that. Gullah is known to be the closest in America to actual native African culture. So I'm really hoping that wasn't a setup, but at the same time, who the hell is taking care of the infrastructure that was allowed to happen? I do believe that if we are able, as I used to work for a security company, if we were able to check the damn truck out every damn day, you should at least be able to check out the condition of the dock at least once a week, twice, shit, every day, honestly, but at least once a week. This should not have happened. Anyways, going further into this, there were just a few people behind us when we heard all the screaming and going on. And so I turned around, and when I turned around, I couldn't believe what I saw. And I was just shocked. I just couldn't say nothing, she said through tears. All of the people who unalived from the collapse were 73 and older. They were Jacqueline Cruz Carter, 75 of Jacksonville, Florida. Cynthia Gibbs, 74 of Jacksonville. Charles L. Houston, 77 of Darren, Georgia. William Johnson Jr., 73 of Atlanta. Carlotta McIntosh, 93 of Jacksonville, good grief. Thomas of Jacksonville, and Queen Welch, 76 of Atlanta. Yes, exactly. It's very sad, and that is such a tragedy. I don't see how the hell y'all should have done better. Seriously, I don't know who the hell was in charge of that shit right there, but whoever was, y'all should have done better. We know that the infrastructure was inadequate because had it been properly inspected, we would not be here today, said LaShonda Holloway, McIntosh's great niece. I just said that shit. Alexander said she believes there was too much traffic on the gangway. They just told everybody to go, she said, and that was too many people. They were elbow to elbow pushing because the last ferry that was going to leave between 3 and 3:30. In a statement, attorney Ben Crump, who is representing some of the families, why is he everywhere? Anyway, said, we will not rest until we uncover the truth behind this catastrophic failure and hold those responsible accountable. This should never have happened, and it is crucial that we prevent future tragedies by addressing the negligence that led to this horrific event. Honestly, like I said, I'm hoping it wasn't a setup, but him being there makes, I don't know what to say. I don't think it's a race thing right now. I think it's more of an inspection thing. Somebody was lacking in their job. But this dude is going to find out if it's not. Or every time it's something race, here he is. I hope he doesn't make it something that it doesn't need to be. Somebody needs to be held accountable, yes, but it's exactly who. I don't give a damn what color they are. Just make sure that someone is held accountable because that should not have happened. There shouldn't have been so many people, and that thing should have been inspected. All of that. The structure was last inspected in December 2023, like I said, at least once a week. According to the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, which operates the dock, it is leading the state's investigation into why the aluminum gangway rebuilt in 2021 gave way. Why was it aluminum? Aluminum? Oh, jeez. Crump called on the Justice Department to investigate, saying he does not trust the state to investigate itself. There needs to be federal criminal investigations as well, Crump said. If people cut corners, that led to the loss of life. Their lives mattered. They were loved, they were cherished, and they should be here. They should be here. Local resident J.R. Governor told Georgia Public Broadcasting that he notified a DNR captain 3 or 4 months ago that he believed the gangway was in shabby condition. Hey, John, I'm so glad to see you again, dude. We need to talk again. Miss you, buddy. I said this docking is going to collapse. I sure did. Governor said, tell me you're black without telling me you're black. Oh, no, he didn't. I sure did. I was walking on it and it was bouncing. So I stood in the middle of it and bounced up and down for the captain. And he said, it ain't going nowhere. Yeah, look what happened. The DNR, which operates the dock and the 2 ferries serving Sapelo Island, did not respond to an NBC News request for comment. The 20 who plunged into the murky Duplin River had traveled to Sapelo Island last weekend to celebrate the Gullah Geechee people, a community with a unique blend of African culture and American life, descended from Africans who were enslaved on a coastal plantation in the South. An estimated 700 people were on Sapelo Island last Saturday. I don't know what to tell you, but honestly, it's the same thing that they should have did when Katrina hit. Y'all need to start checking this shit. If they can make us check a fucking truck every week and get that bastard washed and filled up every week with a security company, then you can check the infrastructure. And why is it aluminum? Honestly, how about you make it the same damn shit that y'all use when you have a car drive over a ferry? God dang it, if it can support a car, make it so it can support people. That is ridiculous. But anyways, you know how I go. We still got some more, but this is not fuckery, but it is still fuckery. So yeah. We about to look at this shit. Charges dropped against deaf black man who was beaten by police. Now, if you didn't check my last week or on the recap or anything, I'm gonna tell you what happened. This man has a muscular, no, he has scoliosis or muscular dystrophy. He has something. He has a nerve issue, okay? And the man is deaf. He cannot hear. He was leaving a store and some jackass goes and says, someone stole something in the store. They point to him And without even checking with anybody else, the cop go and try and attack this dude in their car. They're driving behind this dude. And it's like he didn't hear him. So they proceeded to use ridiculous aggressive force for no damn reason. And then they tried to take this man to jail. When his wife popped up, they still tried to make excuses. I'm so sick of these bastards. So this is fucked up, but then it's kind of fuck around, find out. I'm so glad this happened. So charges have been dropped against a deaf man with cerebral palsy. Yeah, that's what it was. Who was beaten by Phoenix police. I was way off, actually. Per The Hill. 34-year-old Tyrone McAlpine was punched and tased multiple times and put in a chokehold by Phoenix police officers during an arrest on August 19th, body camera footage shows. The arrest occurred after a white man allegedly falsely accused McAlpine of assault at a convenience store. Officers said McAlpine was throwing punches and taking a fighting stance during the arrest. However, attorneys said the man was trying to protect himself as police violently escalated the situation while he struggled to understand the commands due to his instability. The answer is easy. He's deaf. He couldn't understand what they were doing, and he had done nothing wrong, McAlpine's attorney, Jesse Showalter, said in a statement. Everything I see in the video is Tyrone just trying to avoid being harmed by these officers, and that only made them escalate the violence they used. McAlpine was charged with aggravated assault and resisting arrest. Showalter said his client spent 24 days in jail after his bail was set at $7,500, which he could not afford. What the hell is wrong with y'all motherfuckers? Okay? As soon as y'all found out the man was deaf, you should have backed the fuck off. Okay? And secondly, before you went running after the man, maybe you should have did your due diligence, because newsflash, people lie. Okay? Even if they look like you, people lie. Anyways, let's see here now. Showalter alleged that the charges were referred to the prosecutor office to limit damage to the city. I believe they brought these charges not because they believed that any crime had been committed, but because they wanted to cover themselves from civil liability for the assault on Tyrone McAlpine, he said. So I'm very grateful to hear that Rachel Mitchell has done that right thing. I know that she made an independent decision based on the evidence. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to listen to who the hell ever has the most power. As a judge, you're supposed to be fair and non-biased. Oh my goodness, that is so fucking ridiculous. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Seriously. I need y'all to make it make sense. Do you not realize now that you have to wear cameras because your asses got away with so much shit? What is the saying? Give someone an inch, take a mile. Y'all asses took miles and miles and miles, okay? You could cross the entire globe at least 10 times the miles you took. So yeah, I'm so damn glad that that happened, and I hope you get fired. I really do. But anyways, moving on, here comes more shit, and now it's our own. Like I said, I show fuckery indiscriminately when it affects the black community, because we affect our own shit, real talk. Here we go.
Emotional content.
Pizza chain sparks protests for doubling down on the dessert, referring to ex-mayor Marion Barry and drug use. Why? Why the fuck does this need to get oh boy. Please don't do this. This is not cute. This is not funny. Motherfuckers are smarter in this day and time. I caught that joke as soon as I saw it. This was reported today. Protesters are demanding an apology, and a DC pizza shop has been vandalized amid the controversy over an ad campaign that makes light of the late mayor for life, Marion Barry's drug use. He's dead? Real talk, I didn't know. I don't be paying attention to shit. Once it passes, I let it go. DC-based and pizza promoted and pizza. That's the name. That is the name. And pizza. That confused the shit out of me. Promoted a new menu item Monday called Marion Berry Knots, a dessert with Marion berries. The dish is so good, it's like a felony, a press release said. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. For a good time, it's the powder that's the ultimate headline grabber. The Marion Berry Knots have enough powdered sugar that they will have customers bumping elbows to order, and even it forced the DEA to look twice. Y'all are really pushing this shit. Damn. And Pizza said in an ad copy full of drug references. I just want to say, first of all, that is distasteful. It's tacky. That's not cute. I don't blame people for being offended. I don't give a damn even if it wasn't Marion Barry. All of those innuendos were disgusting, and I'm really getting sick of y'all bastards thinking you can do this to the black community. Like we don't already have enough issues. We're not stupid. Demonstrators gathered Wednesday morning outside the shop on U Street calling for And Pizza to remove the dessert from its menu and apologize. Many people who spoke with NBC Washington on Wednesday said the ad was in poor taste. One protester described it as degrading to Barry's legacy. Also, to his family, the protester Austin Lee said, "You have to think about his family as well. We have to think about we're on the U Street right now, and this street carries a lot of history. Someone vandalized this chain location in the Skyland neighborhood of Southeast DC. Yellow and orange paint was splattered all over the windows of the business Wednesday morning." Asked to respond to the criticism, And Pizza CEO Mike Burns said in a statement, "We're talking about a Marion Barry. That's spelled with the E. We stuffed that into a knot, drizzled it with icing, and then topped it with powdered sugar. It's delicious. We can't wait for DC to try it." Why didn't you just put that? Why didn't you just put that? You didn't have to put all the rest of that shit, okay? Make sure. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Then the way that I'm reading it, it looks like you spelled the man's name instead of a Marion Barry. Not Marion Barry. Marion Barry is what you're trying to say, but that's not cute because all those innuendos still were taken wrong, and it was ignorant as hell. You knew what the hell you were doing. Don't make me gaslighting much. Barry got his start in politics as a civil rights activist and remains revered by many Washingtonians. A statue of the four-term mayor stands outside the Wilson Building in downtown D.C., and Southeast D.C. has Marion Barry Avenue Southeast. He was arrested in a hotel room in 1990 in a videotaped drug sting by the FBI and D.C. police. Barry famously complained that his girlfriend, an FBI informant, had set him up. Out of 14 charges, a jury convicted him of a single misdemeanor possession charge. I still don't know how the hell he was mayor for all of that shit. But y'all motherfuckers want to get rid of people for even worse. For less. Barry was sentenced to 6 months in prison, released in 1992, and won the Ward 8 D.C. council seat. He returned as mayor for a fourth term in 1994 and remained influential until he unalived in 2014 at 78. Next month marks a decade since his unaliving. Yeah, that's him, I guess. DC's NAACP branch on Tuesday called on And Pizza to take the inflammatory, culturally insensitive, and drug use insinuating item off the menu and to issue to support substance abuse prevention in all cities. I'm not trying to say that word no more. I give up. Within And Pizza marketing area. I hate that name. It's fucking me up. NAACP DC President Akusa Ali said in a statement, I probably messed up that name, Tuesday, the life, legacy, lineage, and name of Marion Barry deserves to be remembered as a pioneer for economic development, real estate development, black business empowerment, youth employment, and as the mayor of the people. Mayor Barry taught us the power of economics, and today we call on the community to demand And Pizza right this egregious wrong. And Pizza is spitting on Marion's grave, community activist Ron Martin said on Instagram. We cannot continue to support people who disrespect us. Okay, did anybody ever consider the fact that public glorification of drug use is probably illegal as well? Because I'm pretty damn sure you're not supposed to be sitting up there glorifying, the China White. That's all I'm going to say. Because I'm not trying to get any more shadow banned than I am. Moulton said discussions are underway for a boycott of the chain, which opened its first location in D.C. in 2012 and now has locations in Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Barry's widow, Cora Masters Barry, is hurt by the menu item and campaign, a representative told NBC Washington. She was flooded with calls from community leaders and residents who expressed disappointment and outrage by the promotion's interference. The representative said she requested that the attorneys for the estate of Marion Barry Jr. look into the matter and act accordingly, the representative said. DC resident owner Peyton Sherwood said on X that "and pizza crossed the line." Barry's life was about opportunity, dignity, and equality for everyone in Washington, D.C. To reduce that legacy to a crass ad about his darkest moment, it's not only offensive, it's cruel, he wrote. It disregards the immense good Barry did for this city and the battles he fought on behalf of all his people. And once again, did we not forget these bastards are trying to, bake a buck by glorifying confections and drugs at the same time. The innuendo is obvious. Even a child in this day and age would know that you were talking about China White. I'm just saying. So you got some nerve, you bastards. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know what the hell to say. I'm
Rick James, bitch.
That's all I can say. Maybe that's what y'all think. That has to be it. Y'all thought y'all was Rick James. You must have hit your head. Something's wrong with you because that's ignorant as hell. And I know a lot of ignorant ass people, but that right there, that's ignorant as hell. That's all I'm saying. I hope that I hope that there's a what you call it after this, an update, because I definitely will be checking for it, because that's some ignorant ass shit. I hope the owners are not from that community, because if so, you need your ass whooped. You really do. That's some ignorant ass shit right there. But moving on, as I said, the fuckery is the fuckery. Black student called racial slur given bag of cotton in lawsuit. I have never seen a bag of cotton. I can safely say my mother has insured that for me. So could you please tell me how the fuck and where the fuck did you get a bag of cotton? Ignorant bastards. Okay, so an Illinois school district is facing accusation of racial discrimination and harassment following a viral incident where black students were allegedly giving bags of cotton in social science class. Just because it says social in it does not give you the right to act a damn fool and use semantics, bitch. And why the hell does it have to be black people? Couldn't you gave it to the white people? Shit. Flip the script. Do something fucking like original. My goodness. This shit is starting to get really old. It's like a dead horse. You're just beating a dead horse with a stick. An Illinois school district is facing accusations of racial discrimination and harassment following a viral incident where black students were allegedly given bags of cotton in social science class. According to Fox 32 Chicago, and Chicago of all places, you dumbass bastards, parent Candace Ward filed a lawsuit against Oak Park Elementary School District 97 Board of Education and two teachers and the principal at Percy Julian Middle School alleging discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. Okay, what the hell is wrong with you dumbasses? Do you not realize as we go on with technology, people have more access to letting everybody know your fuckery? Why would you do this? This is just like just walking into a fucking bank and going into the fucking safe and then thinking your ass can come out with 2 bags of money. No kind of mask, no kind of disguise. You just walked your happy ass in there and then walked your happy ass out. That's the same equivalent because everyone is recording every fucking thing, okay? Shit, I just reported motherfuckers are recording people in the toilet. I'm not playing with y'all. Anyways, let's see here now. The lawsuit cites incidents, including one that went viral in April 2024 after Ward shared a photo showing a bag of cotton with seeds that her 7th grade daughter was given in class. According to Ward, only black students were given the cotton. I hate y'all so much. I really do. In another incident, Ward was allegedly called a racial slur by another student. The lawsuit accuses the school of failing to take action against the student involved in the incident. When Ward's daughter confronted the student and slapped him. She was allegedly suspended and placed in a closet during the suspension. All right, that's a lawsuit. That's child A. It's all of that. Y'all need to be closed down. Okay, a better school should be open with better. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Is what I just don't get it. What's wrong? Who told y'all this was a great idea? I told I couldn't do a science test. Not even a science test, just a adjective test on flavors in English class because kids were allergic, and y'all motherfuckers are just walking all over people's damn civil rights. What the fuck? Make it make sense, man. I just all I can say is shit. Now we gotta fight. That's all I can say. Now we gotta fucking fight. Cause this shit ain't gonna go down right. This ain't gonna go down right. That's all it's gonna be. Just one punch. Please don't let me run into you and find out you did this shit. Cause that's all it's gonna be. And I'll take that damn time in jail. Cause at this point, my damn patience is running low as I get older. Okay. My birthday is what? It's October now. Let's see. That's the 10th month. And then there's my birthday is less than 6 months away. Okay. And with that, I'm even more irritated. Okay. I'm just more irritated. Let's see here now. Ward then visited the school and was arrested and charged according to the suit. The lawsuit seeks to address an alleged pattern of racial discrimination and retaliation that Ward's family has faced for years. The district previously addressed the viral incident in April, saying, "We acknowledge that the situation has caused a great deal of confusion, concern, and hurt within and beyond our school community. As we continue to investigate, learn from what occurred, and plan for next steps, the superintendent and the board are committed to upholding the values of our district." Why isn't anybody on leave? Why isn't anybody suspended? That's what I want to know. Not the kid. Why isn't anybody else suspended? That's what I need to know, because this shit right here don't make no sense. The fuckery is ridiculous. And the boldness and the entitlement is killing me. How the hell did you think it was a smart idea to give all the black kids cotton? If it had been me, I wouldn't have been mad if my child had hauled off and hit you with that bag of cotton till you couldn't get up no more. I swear I would have waited outside your damn school until you got off from work, and I would have attacked you with the damn cotton. I don't give a damn how soft cotton is. I would have made that shit hurt. That's all I got to say. So we about to get into some darker shit, because I told you I'm going to give you the fuckery first. And we got a lot of fuck around to find out, but we still got some fuckery, because I turned around and did a double take and looked at the news right before I set up shit. And I be missing a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying. But I think I got the most recent shit. So here's my commercial. I'm a puff, and we about to get in some dark shit.
Me and a fan. It's just me and a fan. It's just me and a fan. It's just me and a. It's just me and a fan. Yeah. It's just me and a fan. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so Marilyn, you ain't doing too good in this situation here. This horrendous, unthinkable Maryland massacre was a result of what? So this was reported today. In 2021, a woman's beef with her boyfriend over the conception of their child resulted in an unthinkable act that claimed the life of a new mother and nearly her child. Only now has the DOJ brought the man in question to justice. Why did it take so fucking long? I still don't understand why it be taking so long for this shit to happen. Either they're guilty or they're not. What are you doing? If you wouldn't sit on shit so much and just do your damn job, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be fucking cases taking this long. Federal prosecutors said Ebony Wright was in a relationship with 35-year-old Keenan Turner 3 years ago when the incident occurred. Evidence at Turner's trial showed he got Wright pregnant, but asked her to get an abortion. Wright refused to terminate the pregnancy, and as a result, Turner stopped talking to her. After giving birth to baby Grayson, Wright filed a custody and child support lawsuit against Turner, per the DOJ. Okay, personally, now, he was wrong for what he did, but if the man is saying that he wants nothing to do with the child, one, he needs to just go ahead and give up paternity. You should give up custody, all that shit, because he don't want the kid. And second, you should leave him alone. I'm not trying to say I'm on his corner, on his side, because I'm just going from the experiences of my life. If the man wants nothing to do with you or the child, leave his ass alone. You're not going to get nothing but grief from him. He made it quite clear he didn't care for the child to be alive. I honestly feel like you just need to leave his ass alone. But moving on, let's see. 4 months after the baby was born on April 12th, the federal prosecutor said Turner reached out to Wright, asking to see his child at her apartment. Now, that was him being wrong for that shit. You told the woman to get an abortion. You're wrong for that shit. I'm not sitting up here playing favorites. You was wrong for that shit. You made it quite clear you wanted nothing to do with the child when you said to unalive it. So you shouldn't be asking to see that child now. At the time, multiple people were present at Wright's home, including her mother, Wanda. After introducing himself to the family in the house, prosecutor said Turner went into the bathroom and emerged with a force multiplier. Turner pew-pewed Wright in the head as she held their infant son. He then pew-pewed her mother in the back of the head and pew-pewed her sister, Destiny, in the face, prosecutor said. Before leaving the apartment, Turner lit the custody papers on fire, leaving the apartment to a blaze with the infant inside. The surviving sister managed to rescue the child, escape the scene, and call 911 per prosecutors. Sir, you are the devil. That's all I have to say. You are the fucking devil. If she left your ass alone, you should have just went ahead and gave up custody off the bat. Gave it up. As soon as she said she was pregnant, I give up custody. I want nothing to do with that child. That is not my child. I disown that child and go about your happy ass business. Okay? Honestly, I don't know what to say. When you lay down with someone and you do not take precautions, you leave what happens to that woman's body in her hands. Now, I do feel like you should have the right to custody. In other words, I'm saying if you want nothing to do with that child, then you have the right to give up custody. But you cannot tell her what to do with her body. But at the same time, you do have a right to, relinquish that. Is it premeditated? Yeah, it was premeditated. And the whole thing is he should have been gave up. That's all there is. He should have gave up that damn custody right then and there, nipped that shit in the bud, and both of them should have left each other the fuck alone. This is ridiculous. That was over. Sir, you're the devil. That's all I can say. In July 2024, Turner was found guilty by a D.C. Superior Court jury of 2 counts of first-degree unaliving while armed with aggravated circumstances, assault with an intent to unalive while armed, aggravated assault while armed, attempted first-degree unaliving of a minor, second-degree cruelty to children, arson, and you should get the life. You should get the death penalty, sir. This is ridiculous. He was also convicted on force multiplier charges. And yet you still won't make a damn law to fucking do something about the fucking force multiplier because motherfuckers don't want to give up their right to hold arms. Jeez. Given Turner's complete lack of remorse, the substantial planning of the unalivings, and the heinous nature of offense, federal prosecutors argue that he should serve a sentence of life in prison without possibility of parole. He was given 68 years. That's it. You were given 68 years. You unalive more than the baby mama. You unalive the mama of the baby mama. You tried to unalive your own child. You should have gave up custody, fucker. And then oh Lord. As for baby Grayson, he is 3 years old now, nonverbal, autistic, but is strong and demanding, a family member said in a GoFundMe post. Poor baby. He probably remembers some of the shit that happened, and I wouldn't hold it against his ass. You traumatized him. You honestly, I'm not really for unaliving people, but for some heinous shit like that, I would actually support the death penalty. That is some sick ass shit. When she said she was pregnant, you asked her to unalive the child. That was her body. She had the right to keep it. Now, you should have went straight to the courthouse and said, look, I want nothing to do with this child. I've already exercised my rights by saying I wanted it to be unalived. I want nothing to do with it. I am relinquishing my rights. That would then cause you to be free of that shit. Okay? But no, you had to be Billy Badass and a dark motherfucker at that. Oh, Lord. Well, here comes some more fucked up shit, but at least this time, someone is being held accountable. I hope this dude goes to jail. Look at this shit here. Family seeks justice after black man labeled as a gang member, quote unquote, pew-pewed by a cop. You don't know. You just went ahead and got scared. Yes, exactly. These motherfuckers get on my last nerves. So calls for justice are growing for DeJuan Hayden, a 30-year-old black man who was pew-pewed by a Jacksonville, of course, Florida, sheriff office deputy per First Coast News. Hayden was pew-pewed and unalived on October 10th following a foot chase with officers. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office claimed that Hayden was part of a group of known gang members who were flashing firearms outside a local business. Officers said they approached the group and detained two others as Hayden attempted to flee the scene. Body camera footage showed an officer chasing after Hayden when he was pew-pewed and unalived. That doesn't sound new. Hayden dropped a force multiplier in his hand after he was pew-pewed. During a rally over the weekend, community members called for Bradley Griffiths, the officer who fired the fatal shot, to be indicted. Hayden's brother Brandon Boyd said he believes the sheriff's office is labeling him a gang member in an attempt to justify the officer's actions. I honestly don't understand. If the dude is running away from you, why are you firing? Just like tase that motherfucker. Tackle him. Shoot him in the foot. Don't go for vitals. Stop that motherfucker, because I promise you, if you shoot me in the foot, I'm stopping. I'm not moving nowhere. I'm done. I'm good. Matter of fact, even if you miss and you get the side of my shoe, it don't even have to penetrate. I'm done. I might just, piss myself. I ain't gonna lie. Clean underwear would not have been one of the things I had that day. All y'all so ignorant. You just don't understand that you don't have to go that far. Just scare people. That's enough. We'll stop. Because you crazy. We weren't out there pew-pewing at people. We weren't unaliving people. They aren't looking for us for unaliving and all that. They keep saying gang members. As soon as they see more than 2 or 3 people, they label it as gang members. All we are just kids trying to find our way. My brother was scared that day, Boyd said. The state attorney's office has launched an investigation into Griffith's decision to pew-pew. For the love of God, can you please stop trying to ask questions after you attack, you damn scaredy ass? How do y'all get these jobs where you're so scared that all you do, instead of thinking logically, he's running away from me? If you trying to stop him, shoot a branch over him. Get him in the shoe. Get him somewhere non-vital. Get him in the pinky finger. Shit, I'll stop if you shoot my pinky finger off. Shit, I'm hurt. Y'all some ignorant bastards. Shit. You don't even try to disable somebody. Your ass just go for the what is it, hunting season? I swear y'all got somewhere in there where you take tallies. I swear you do. I can't stand this shit. Y'all need to miss me with this bullshit. But anyways, you know how we do. There's still more bullshit going. Let's check this one out. So family goes to view loved one's body at funeral home only to find a stranger in the casket wearing his clothes. What is this bullshit here? Oh, you can't make this up. What the hell? Somebody's ass needed to be whooped. That's all I'm saying. An ass whooping was needed. Is that girl? Oh, Lord Jesus. A New Jersey family mourning the loss of a loved one got a disturbing surprise when they went to pay their last respects, and now they are looking to the courts to help them seek justice. You can't make this shit up. This is in the Times. When Addison Jenkins died on February 11, 2023, at the age of 81, his family worked with Boyd Funeral Services to plan a viewing of his body on February 18th, including bringing one of his suits and some of his personal items to the funeral home for his services. Yeah, pretty much. But when the Jenkins family arrived on February 17th to view what they thought would be Addison's body, they were shocked to see someone else in the casket wearing his clothes. Please, give me strength. Though the funeral director shared pictures with the family to prove the body in the casket was Addison's, his loved ones insisted there was a mix-up, noting that some of Addison's distinct features, including cauliflower ear and a foot infection, were missing from the body they saw lying in the casket. How the hell you gonna tell somebody the body ain't the family? What the hell? What are y'all smoking? It ain't what I am. The family filed a complaint in New Jersey Superior Court on September 5th, accusing Boyd Funeral Home of negligence in the handling of human remains and infliction of emotional distress. They're hoping for a trial by jury and damages for the distress that the situation caused. You just can't make this shit up. What happened to the Jenkins family and their late loved one, Addison Jenkins, is disturbing and reprehensible. To twist the knife, once the Jenkins family informed the funeral home of the wrongful conduct, the callous response was to the point blame at my clients by persistently telling them that the wrong and unidentified body was their late loved one. Gaslighting a grieving family after displaying the wrong corpse is cruel and ignoble, said an attorney representing the Jenkins family in an October 2022 22nd statement on People. Is there more? Man, I hope they get an update, because this is ridiculous. How the hell are you gonna tell somebody their deceased loved one is that person when it's clearly not? Give me a. You know what? This makes me think about how they keep saying stupid shit like all black people look alike. The hell we do. I know damn well not one person in my damn family look alike. Shit. Half the time we be questioning the paternity. So you miss me with this bullshit. But you know what? Here we go again. But this is like a little bit more of, let me check. Am I in Fuck Around and Find Out yet? Let me see. No, wait, no, not all the way, but I'm in some better. So let me see here now. Let me move that out the way. No, I moved that wrong. So let me move that. And then what's this? This is, let me see what that story is. This is, oh yeah, this is Fuck Around and Find Out too. Okay, so we're basically done with the fuckery. So let's check out some good news, and then we gonna check out the Fuck Around and Find Out. I swear to God, the Fuck Around and Find Out is amazing. And then we got some educational shit later on. But first, here go my commercial, and then we gonna look at some good news.
Me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my love, say that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go flowers since the hours till we passed out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
Oh shit, hold on, give me a second here. It looks like my battery is dying here. Oh shit, how did that happen? Give me a minute. I'm almost there. Oh, that's what fell down. That makes sense. Anyways, here we go. So, Philly's Black Motorcycle Club hit the streets to encourage black men to vote. Now, y'all already know how I stand, so I'm not going to preach about it anymore. You do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do. But I like to see this. So, if you're not interested, I'm so All right, I'm coming back. All right, sorry about that. My computer apparently has an issue. But anyways, Philadelphia for 30 years, the Reverend Alan E. Waller has led his flock at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, the city's largest black congregation. But on Saturday, the good pastor led another kind of assembly. 100 black men, mostly clad in leather, astride a pack of snarling motorcycles. Here we are in Philly, 100 fellas on bikes in the city, and the police are helping us, not chasing us, Waller said, a chorus of hogs, strikes, and slingshots rising around him. At the end of the day, we know that we have done some good, not just for us, but for everybody. Just days ahead of Pennsylvania's voter registration deadline, weeks before Election Day, this Harley Davidson riding pastor and a collective of some of Philadelphia's black motorcycle clubs, they do exist because there's some down south. They freaked the hell out of me when I saw them for the first time. Along with two nonpartisan voter engagement groups are encouraging men in some of the city's historically black neighborhoods where voters turnout and political engagement has been low to register and to show up at the poll. We've got black voters vote. No, I'm sorry. Black bikers vote, black men vote, and then just people who care about democracy getting together on a beautiful day to ride bikes through some of the areas in Philadelphia that need to be reminded to exercise their franchise, Waller said. There he is, and there go all the bikers. Yep, that looks about right. Joe Paul, executive director of Black Men Vote, doesn't ride motorcycles, but he did dress the part on the unseasonably warm day in a black moto jacket, that's what it says, while emphasizing the need to engage a demographic that has often felt overlooked. If we're revving up these engines, we know brothers are going to pay attention, and it's important for them to see themselves riding through the neighborhood, he said. Yes, it is. And like I said, it's good news. It's good news because if you're giving this gift and you want to partake of this gift, then damn it, go out and vote, because honestly, I don't want to sit up here and deal with that crazy ass orange turd. And if I have to, I will fucking move my family, and even if I'm homeless, I will find a way to get the hell out of here. This election cycle, Black Men Vote set a goal of registering 100,000 black men across the country. Paul says it has hit about 95% of the goal, with 60,000 of those registered black men coming from Philadelphia. This local effort to organize and energize black men comes as the race for the presidency is a dead heat. According to recent national polls, with both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President and current felon Donald Trump zeroing in on key battleground states and vying for black male voters who could help either win the election, while a vast majority of black voters, including black men, support Harris, an increasing number of young black men are lining up behind Trump. You must really like being fresh, you freaky freaks. Because I'm telling you right now, when he said that shit, and I'm telling you, now that I got all my shit together, I can finally record tonight. Hold on, my damn computer again. Okay. My damn screen went dark, so I don't know what the hell that was. It says your battery might. Okay, I thought it was plugged in. What the hell's going on here? Don't start going off again. Battery is plugged in. Yeah, there it is. Okay, anyways. According to a recent Howard University poll of likely black voters across even key states, including Pennsylvania, 84% support Harris, while 8% said they will back Trump. Another 8% are undecided, but the poll also revealed age and gender gaps among likely black voters. Among black men under 50, support for Harris has dropped to 68%, while 81% of black women in the same age group said they would support Harris. I support survival. Okay, both Harris and Trump have gone in battleground states aimed at black men in recent. Have y'all paid attention to this dumbass? Seriously, the motherfucker is sitting up there going off on tyrants about dead people's penises. I'm just saying, the man sat up there in the first 10 minutes of a fucking rally. He spent on about Arnold Palmer, which I didn't even realize he was a real person. I thought that was just a drink name. His dick. I really didn't want to know about the man's dick, but apparently now we know about his peen. So sorry, I said it twice. Shit, nobody watches me. Anyways, both Harris and Trump have gone blah, 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 blah. In recent weeks, Harris has stormed Black-oriented national media with high-profile interviews with Charlemagne, the whatever, Roland Martin, and the Shade Room, while launching huddles with Black men across country, hosted by high-profile surrogates. Her campaign has also released an opportunity agenda for Black men, which includes forgivable loans for entrepreneurs, education and mentorship programs, legal reforms, including the legalization of recreational marijuana, and inroads into cannabis industry. Why just Black men? How about us too? At the same time, Trump has leaned on his own Black supporters, including controversial former NFL standout Antonio Brown and Levon Bell. I have no idea who those people are. Don't really care either. And in addition to the bikers all across Philly, a host of organizations pushed into traditionally Black neighborhoods to rally voters, especially Black men. The corner of North Broad and York Streets, the heart of North Philadelphia, a swarm of volunteers organizing and passerbys bopped to the sound of hip-hop blaring from a DJ's speakers. A mural by artist Chuck Styles was unveiled on the side of a building showing a Black father with his little girl hoisted on his shoulder heading off to vote. I'm a father and a husband, father of 3 beautiful girls. So I want to have an image of a father and a daughter, him inspiring her to just, press forward and think about the next generation. Styles said, it is very important for us young Black men to step up and vote, and not just vote, but vote for the right things, vote for the right causes, and vote for what's going to help you and your community and your family. Andrea Haley, CEO of Vote.org, stood near the mural as 2 women in t-shirts that read "Voting is hot" worked at a taco truck sponsored by the organization. Haley said young Black registrations are up this election cycle. I think that this idea that people aren't plugged in, that they're not paying attention, all that is not true, Haley said. I think we're going to see a high turnout, Wallace said. He's finding that there are a lot of brothers that want to be involved and they want to be engaged on issues that matter deeply to them. As Black men, there are other issues other than criminal justice reform. I think both parties make the mistake of assuming that when you talk to Black men about criminal justice reform, you've answered our questions. But we are entrepreneurs and we are business persons and we are homeowners and we are people with student loans because we graduated from college and we want some real discussions around economic matters in the community. That's for damn sure. School is expensive. Among those who showed up on the corner in North Philly were a pair of city legends, the rappers Freeway and Benny Siegel, who performed a few songs before they urged the throngs gathered around them to go vote. Now, I heard of these people. The ones that Drumps thing, I ain't never heard of them motherfuckers. I feel like first and foremost, Freeway said, young brothers want to know that their voice counts and that their vote counts. A lot of them are confused. Don't even think it matters, And when we as Black men, when we in a position where we feel like things don't matter, then don't pay no attention to it. So that's the mission we've been on. We've been trying to encourage people and let them know their voice definitely matters and it definitely counts. Benny Siegel chimed in, we're just bringing that awareness out there to the young youth that your voice counts and it's bigger than just this election. As far as how they will vote, the pair will split. I haven't made a decision yet, Benny Siegel said. Honestly, I don't know. Freeway said it's tough. We're both Muslim men. There's a lot of other issues that's going on that need to be addressed. So it's tough. I know where I'm leaning towards, but it's still tough. I know what I got to do, but it's not easy, man. God willing, the people that we want to get in office and start doing the work. About an hour after Waller and his caravan of Black motorcyclists pulled away from the church in the city of Mount Airy section, they roared into an open-air Black business hub in the city's West Philadelphia neighborhood. At Container Village, business owners sell everything from sweet potato pies to handbags out of pre-configured shipping containers. Organizers said that the ride was a success. Their message is loud and clear as the roar of their 2- and 3-wheeled machines. We ride for all kinds of good causes, said Reverend Mark Tyler, founder of Black Bikers Vote. But this one is deeply personal to us. A lot of the guys in our network have given up on voting. A lot of people living in despair. We want to renew the hope in them. We hope that by doing this, we can do it. Honestly, this is where I stand. If you don't vote, that's your business. But don't come complaining about shit later because you didn't bother to change it. So just keep your mouth shut when shit don't go right because you didn't even try. That's how I see it. That's your choice if you don't want to vote. But at the same time, you give up the right to complain about how your damn government does because you didn't try. You didn't even want to. So I don't want to hear it. I love you and everything, and I respect your choice, but I don't want to hear it later. That's all I got to say. Anyways, oh shit, I forgot to bring that down. Now it's time for a fuck around and well, not fuck around. It's basically the same damn thing, but yeah, it's time for that's what you get, aka fuck around and find out, because that's what it is.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'm running my way, I'm a wreck. I'm moving
And it is a hot mess. City to pay $4.8 million to Jalen Walker family and fatal police pew pew. Finally, people are getting some real money because I didn't know what to do when I saw that 50 and 70,000 for the bullshit they pulled the last time. This was reported yesterday, and I'm so glad they finally give them. I hope it hurts y'all. I hope the money comes out of the police paycheck. I don't feel like we should have to pay for that shit because it was your fault. The family of Jalen Walker, a 25-year-old black man, pew-pewed 46 times by police after he fired one bullet out of his car window, attempted to flee a traffic stop, is set to receive $4.85 million to settle a federal lawsuit per NPR. Come on now, 46 times? 46 times. You sick. You're very sick. We all agree Akron should be a place where everyone is. Wait a minute, where it is? Okay, on Monday, October 21st, the city of Akron announced that it would pay the Walker family in 4 installments over the next 4 years and continue to examine police policies following his June 2022 unaliving. All right. So had that been my family, I would move somewhere else and continue to collect because I don't want to be near y'all crazy ass people before you try and make me richer. We all agree Akron should be a place where everyone is safe. We all know there are important problems to address in our community, and it is through our continued commitment, courage, and conversation we will move our city forward together. A joint statement by the city and family attorney Bobby Ticello reads. Police previously said Walker failed to stop when officers tried to pull him over for a broken tail light and license plate light on June 27, 2022. According to police, Walker fired a shot from his vehicle during a crosstown pursuit. At one point during the encounter, Walker jumped out of his still-moving vehicle and attempted to flee on foot while wearing a ski mask, according to a state investigation in the incident. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh yeah, it was very over the top. Let's see here now. Where was that? Attempted to flee on foot while wearing a ski mask. Officers initially tried to use tasers to stop Walker. Well, that's good. But police believed he was going to fire again after a 25-year-old reached towards his waistband and raised a hand, per the state investigation. Walker had left his force multiplier in the car. Did nobody notice that shit? Did you take a moment to check? Did nobody sit up there and run past the car to check this shit? Officers fired a total of 96 shots within 7 seconds, 46 of those hitting the Walker. Okay, that's even worse. I thought it was just 46 shots, but no, you got him 46 times. 96! A Summit County grand jury declined to indict 8 officers involved in the traffic stop in April 2023. In June 2023, Walker's family filed a lawsuit against the city mayor, police chief, and the 8 officers alleging excessive force. You think? The lawsuit sought $45 million in damages. At least they're getting some millions. But the last time it was like 70,000 was the most for the discussion. But either way, I hope that all those people pay. I hope you don't make the people pay because nobody asked your ass to go cuckoo. Somebody needs to do the due diligence instead of being so damn trigger happy. That's all I got to say. It's bullshit and I don't like it and gets on my goddamn nerves. But let's move on because We got some more of this damn shit. Because these people keep pulling this bullshit and they keep thinking that they can get away with it. So let's check this one out. Come on, goddamn it. I'm going to keep hitting the button until you do it. Keep hitting it. We're going to get this to work. I swear to God, it's going to work. Come on, goddamn it. I hate these damn transitions. I swear they do it on purpose. Hey, remember that song? God dang you. I hate you. Ex-Kentucky student gets 1 year in racist attack against black peer. Good. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves with this bullshit. It feels so good when people finally get what they deserve. It feels so good. Because I've been seeing too many motherfuckers getting away with just plain, just literally unalive homicide. A former University of Kentucky student has been sentenced in connection to a racist attack against a black student that was caught on video. According to the Courier Journal, 23-year-old Sophia Rossing was sentenced to a year in prison on Thursday, October 17th, after pleading guilty to 4 counts of fourth-degree assault, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. One moment. Give me a second here. I'm really distracted because I hear myself. So, give me a moment. Rosine attacked Spring while she was working in a campus residence hall. Video of the attack showed Rosine using the N-word repeatedly. Spring said Rosine hit her multiple times and kicked her in the stomach. Rosine was arrested on the night of the attack and later expelled from the university. A grand jury indicted Rosine on 6 counts, including assault and... Give me a second. One moment. I'll be with you in just a moment. Let's see here now. The former Kentucky student is set to serve her prison sentence under protective custody at Fayette County Detention Center. Rosing was also ordered to perform 100 hours of community service by Fayette Circuit Judge Lucy Van Meter. Rosing's lawyer, Fred Peters, called the prison sentence excessive. What she said was awful, Peters said in a statement. She got in a scuffle with the clerk and it bit people on the hand. But I think she did not deserve a sentence of 12 months in prison for the very first offense in her life. You're an asshole. Yes, she does. She kicked that girl. She sat up there and bullied her and traumatized her. She deserves it. Yes, she does. Or you allow her to whoop her ass. One or the other. Let's see. Rosine's lawyer, Fred Peters, called the prison sentence. Okay, I already said that. Yeah, that's it. That's it for that story. And all I got to say is good for you. I hope you fuck around and find out in there. Fucking around and just, dude, these people get on my nerves. And we're just going to keep on moving and look into this one. I was so happy when I saw this shit, and I hope they win because this bastard deserves it.
Emotional content.
Exonerated Central Park 5 sued Trump for defamation after debate comment. He won't leave the shit alone. Let's see here now. This was reported on the 21st. The 5 men who make up the Central Park 5 and now call themselves the Exonerated 5 have filed a defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump over his remarks during the presidential debate last month. Hold on. The lawsuit focuses on the September 10th debate in Pennsylvania, where Trump said the five men, Antron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Yusef Salam, Raymond Santana, and Corey Wise, pled guilty when they were tried in connection with the assault and rape of a woman who had been running in Central Park on April 19th, 1989, and that the victim had unalived. During the debate, he said they said they pled guilty, and I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, unalived a person ultimately, and if they pled guilty, then they pled we're not guilty. What? Then they pled with, okay, you know what? At the time of the trials, each had pled not guilty, and the victim of the attack survived. The complaint said Trump's statements are demonstrably false, adding plaintiff never pled guilty to any crime and were subsequently cleared of all wrongdoing. Further, the victims of the Central Park assaults were not unalived. The complaint further said that the men, now in their 50s, have suffered injuries as a result of defendant Trump's false and defamatory statements. And here's a picture of some of them. The five, who were teenagers when they were indicted, maintained their innocence throughout their trials and incarceration. In their trials, they were charged with the assault of the female jogger as well as assault and robberies in Central Park. The five spent years behind bars before they were exonerated in 2002 after DNA evidence linked another man, a serial rapist, to the attack. The city ultimately agreed in a legal settlement to pay the exonerated men $41 million. The case was subsequently heavily scrutinized as the five were claimed they were intimidated and coerced to make false confessions. The case came at a time of heightened racial tension and when crime dominated headlines. Trump, then a real estate mogul, had taken out large ads in newspapers calling for New York to bring back the death penalty. The defamation suit was filed in Eastern District of Pennsylvania. The complaint noted that Salam, a New York City Council member representing District 9, was at the debate and in the room when Trump made the statement. The five men, who did not specify damages, asked for a trial to determine them. Trump campaign spokesman Steve Chung said Monday, this is just another frivolous election interference lawsuit filed by desperate left-wing activists in an attempt to distract the American people from Kamala Harris's dangerously liberal agenda and failing campaign. Okay, if anybody's paid attention to what I've reported, this man is all over a lot of bullshit. Stephen Chung has issues. It's like he literally is telling you that the sky is white. No matter how much you look up in the sky and you see blue, gray, and all these other colors, this bastard is still trying to let us know that the sky is white. It's just ridiculous. Shannon Specter, an attorney for the five, said Monday, unfortunately, the civil justice system doesn't permit us to require Mr. Trump to apologize or retract his statement. The most that we can obtain are money damages, both to compensate these five men for Trump's damaging their reputation and for punishment of Mr. Trump for making these statements. While he said it would be helpful if Trump apologized or retracted his statement, we are not holding our breath for that. And it's true. It really is. And I'm so sick of it. This man has been talking shit the whole time. How the hell are you coming up with different facts now, sir? It's ridiculous. The woman is still alive. They didn't do that. And here you come with this bullshit. I just can't. But now we're getting into some more educational stuff. I hope you don't mind. We're going to look at, it's actually some great news as well. And I was so happy to find it. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a moment and play that intro. And then we're going to look into some educational stuff.
So many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't gotta lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. Young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a school. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that cool. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Used to chill on the stove, now we out here breaking the news. That ain't shit you.
South Carolina to build first monument to an African American. Meet Robert Small. So glad to introduce y'all. This was reported today. There is a picture of him. He looks like a black man. All right, so could have been bigger if you ask me. South Carolina is preparing to put up its first. Did I say South Carolina or North Carolina? I swear to God, I could have sworn I said North Carolina. My memory is shot. Easy here now. South Carolina. Okay, South Carolina. South Carolina is preparing to put up its first individual statue for an African American on its state house lawn, honoring a man who put on Confederate clothes in order to steal a slaveholder's ship and sail his family and dozens of others to freedom during the Civil War. Ooh, Lord, that was sneaky, sir. I have to salute you. I love to hear it. You asshole thought we was dumb. But Robert Smalls isn't just being honored for his audacious escape. He spent a decade in the U.S. House, helped rewrite South Carolina's Constitution to allow black men equality after the Civil War, and then put up a valiant but doomed fight when Ross's returned to power and eliminated nearly all of the gains Smalls fought for. Sounds like Obama. Anyways, Representative Jermaine Johnson can't wait to bring his children to the State House to finally see someone who is black like them being honored. I know what he's talking about. The man who has done so many great things. It's just a travesty he has not been honored until now. Heck, it's also a travesty there isn't some big Hollywood movie out there about his life, said Johnson. A Democrat. One moment. Oh my God, that creeps me out so bad. Anyways, the idea for a statue to Smalls has been percolating for years, but there was always quiet opposition preventing a bill from getting a hearing. That changed in 2024 as the proposal made it unanimously through the State House and Senate on the back of Republican Representative Brandon Cox of Goose Creek. That is one crazy ass name. South Carolina is a great state. We've got a lot of history, good and bad. This is our good history, Cox said. What will Robert Smalls Memorial look like? The bill created a special committee, that has until January 15th to come up with a design, a location on the State House lawn, and the money to pay for whatever memorial they choose. But supporters face a challenging question. What best honors Smalls? It's not just one statue. It is best to honor the steel-nerved ship pilot who waited for all of the white crew to leave, then mimicked hand signals and whistle toots to get through Confederate checkpoints while hoping Confederate soldiers didn't notice a black man under that hat in the pale moonlight in May 1862. I remember that story. I didn't know his name was Smalls, though. Or would a more fitting tribute to Smalls be to recognize the statesman who served in the South Carolina House and Senate and the U.S. House after the Civil War? Smalls bought his master's house in Beaufort in part with money made for turning the Confederate ship over to Union forces, then allowed the men's penniless wife, where the hell did I go, to live there when he was widowed. Or is the elder Smalls, who fought for education for all and to keep the gains of African Americans made during the Civil War, the man most worth publicly memorizing? All of that personally. Smalls would see a new constitution in 1895 wipe out African Americans' right to vote. He was fired from his federal custom collector job in 1913 when the President Woodrow Wilson purged a large number of black men out of the government jobs. Or would it be best to combine them all in some way? That's how Republican Representative Chip Campson, an occasional ship pilot himself, sees honoring one of his favorite South Carolinians. The best way to sum up Robert Smalls' life is it was a fight for freedom as a slave, as a pilot, and a statesman, Campson said. Don't know what it looks like. Location. Then there's the matter of location. While South Carolina has a monument with multiple panels honoring the struggles of African Americans from their journey on slave ships through today, it doesn't honor an individual man or woman among the 24 monuments scattered around the State House. At least 6 different monuments honor people like Dr. J. Marion Sims, who some consider the father of modern gynecology, but who underpinned his research operating without anesthesia and enslaved women and girls. That sounds horrible. Horrible. There were several honoring Confederates who fought to protect slavery in the state that started the Civil War, and hangs a marble copy of the Articles of Succession in the lobby between its House and Senate chambers. You bastards. The dubious list includes Pitchfork Ben Tillman, a governor and U.S. senator who bragged about how he led groups of whites who unalived black men trying to vote during the election of 1876, which led to the end of Reconstruction, the return of all white rule, and the collapse of everything for which Smalls had worked. None of that is on plaque for Tillman's statue. Some supporters have suggested Smalls' statue could stand nearby and be taller and more prominent than Tillman's to give Smalls a triumph some 130 years in the making. I hope you do it. Once decisions and locations are determined, organizers hope raising the money gets easier with a concept in mind. We have to get the narrative right, Republican Senate Majority Leader Shane Macy said. This is going to tell a story. I think it is important that we tell the right way to honor him and to honor South Carolina. I think it's really cool. Robert Smalls was born in 1839 in Beaufort and unalived in 1915 in his hometown, a free man, but someone forgotten, who lived a life unimaginable to a woman holding her son born into slavery. Supporters now have a chance to make sure he never fades into obscurity. Robert Smalls writes a new future for this country, this county, that in the moment no one can see is happening, said Chris Bard, the chief of interpretation for the Reconstruction Era National Historic Park in Beaufort, as he stood beside a bust of Smalls near his grave in his hometown. Ooh, I can't read. Driving a Confederate boat to freedom is what captures the most attention in that remarkable life, Barr said. If you're an enslaved person working on one of these boats around Charleston Harbor like Robert Smalls, you got tools, you got the talent, you got the boat, and you know how to drive it, Barr said. And you can literally see freedom floating in the form of the United States Navy just a few miles offshore. All you need is an opportunity. Hoorah. Okay. Thank you, Robert Falls. And now, before we start, I'm going to do my commercial again. And then everybody's favorite fucking celebrity. Let's do it. Where's my damn commercial? Let me go smoke. This is bullshit. They always do some shit.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. Me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so Diddy's son created a reality show about his family drama, but some fans say he needs to sit down. I agree. Nobody really cares about what else is going on in your family. I think we know way too much. And we still finding out. I ain't even asked. You go outside now, you get hit in the face with Diddy news. Shit, all I did was take a breath, and it was all down my throat. Oh, no. As Sean the Diddler Combs sits in prison awaiting trial on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, some fans are concerned about the impact a swarm of media attention will have on his 7 children, who range in age from 1 to 33. That is ridiculous. Sounds like my grandpa. But one of Combs' kids is leaning into the spotlight right now, and some fans are not feeling it. Can you say vulture? Quincy Brown, Diddler's 33-year-old adopted son, who's known for posting about life online, just dropped a trailer for It's Just a Vlog, or Is It a Reality Show? An online series set to premiere on October 27th. Brown, who is the son of model Kim Porter and singer Al B. Sure, that monobrow, plans to give fans an inside look at the highs and lows of his life, including vacations and other activities with Combs' family. And in case you were wondering, Diddler does make an appearance in the trailer. We don't like him enough to watch a show, sir. And quite frankly, I am not a fan of unibrows. I almost had one when I was little. You can kiss my ass if you got a problem with it. I just don't like them, me personally. But while some fans can't wait for a chance to get a glimpse of the Combs clan, I definitely am not looking forward to it. Others are criticizing Brown, who is an actor, singer, and model, for showing off the family's lavish lifestyle when his father is facing serious criminal charges. Honestly, I don't want to see lavish lifestyles of anybody. Shit. Them kids reading everything but the room, wrote someone in a comment of a post about the series by the Shade Room. Then there's the camp that thinks Brown, whose album ETA dropped on August 30th, never heard it, is trying to use his father's misfortune for his own financial gain. Is he really his father, though? They sure know how to profit from off some dirty laundry, wrote another commenter. Others think Brown is trying to use the series to soften the public opinion of the diddler ahead of his May 2025 trial and see him as a doting dad. Not after that 13-year-old just accused your behind and filed. It's a PR thing to make him look like a family man. Oh, he's a family man. He's in everybody's hole. They probably did this on purpose, knowing this was coming, wrote another commenter. Regardless of what people are saying online, we're sure Brown's trailer will get lots of curious fans to tune in to this train wreck. I've never sat my ass down to just watch I've not sat down and slowed my ass down to watch a car crash. So what makes you think I want to see this train wreck? It ain't happening. And in more news, apparently, once again, Charlemagne is finally hitting a goddamn home run. Shit, he doesn't get them a lot, but when he does, I guess they're special. Let's look at this.
Nobody got time for that.
Charlemagne laughed in Lard Drump's face after she said this about Donald Trump, her father-in-law. Why was she on the Breakfast Club? She is not a part of our culture. Not at all. On Monday, Breakfast Club host Charlemagne DJ Envy and Just Hilarious sat down in the Republican National Committee co-chair Lard Trump. Nepotism? It wasn't long before they asked Lara about her father-in-law and his treatment of the exonerated Central Park Five. He needs his ass whooped, and I hope they all get sued. The group, who were wrongfully convicted of raping a jogger in 1989, are now suing Donald Trump for defamation. During the interview, DJ Envy also asked about Trump's history of lawsuits in which he was accused of not renting to black people. That's ridiculous. I've known this man for 16 years. Yes, that shit happened before you were probably even alive, you jackass. There was never any proof of anything with the houses. They settled that. If they settled that, then how the hell, whatever. There was no admission of anything there, Laura responded. Charlemagne, however, let out a full-on cackle when Laura firmly stated Donald Trump was really beneficial to black community. When the hell? Look, you didn't do me no favors by letting Kodak Black out, because honestly, I think he's a bit of a detriment to our culture as well. Shit. Anyways, what did he say? He said community when he was in the White House. No, the hell he wasn't. Obama made the damn gate shake. This bastard opened the gate, and all these racist jackasses flooded out, and they ain't been able to be contained since. Have you seen the fuckery I've been reporting? I will say I've never seen this man say a racist thing. You must not have seen the Apprentice then. Following his bout of laughter, Laura asked, "Why is that funny, Charlemagne?" The star in response was pretty straightforward. I gotta see what he said. "It's hysterical," Charlemagne retorted. "People act like there's no such thing as Google, or they don't watch TV or the radio." That's when the show cut to Donald Trump saying a slew of racist things over the years, including the time he called Mexicans rapists. Laura continued to defend the former president, current felon. "This is a man who was beloved by so many people in this country. This is a man that's beloved by people who possibly might need their brains checked. And I mean that as an insult." Jesus. He was friends with everybody. I was never a friend of this jackass, she insisted. If you're an American citizen, Donald Trump doesn't care about your religion. He doesn't care about what you look like. He only cares about how much power you have. That's when he cares about you. And we don't have power, so he really loves China and Russia. Yeah, those guys, yeah. However, Charlemagne pointed out how dangerous his rhetoric has been and also said Trump pushed the lie that Haitian immigrants were eating pets in Springfield, Ohio earlier this year. When you make these broad generalizations, you do hurt the Haitian Americans that are here, the Mexican Americans that are here. They all get labeled and villainized and demonized, the host said. He's hitting 100 now. Laura replied saying her father-in-law's words have been misconstrued. How the hell can they be misconstrued when they come out his damn mouth, you ignorant bitch? And remained steadfast that he's not racist, though all evidence points to the contrary. Like I said, this is one of those dumbasses that believes the sky is white. And just letting you know, this is one of them. Just last week, Charlemagne hosted a town hall with Vice President Kamala Harris, in which the pair discussed reparations, her prosecutorial record, and the proliferation of disinformation. And there goes number one candidate for disinformation right there. You got anybody with Trump in their name needs to go somewhere. Seriously, anyone. And now one more damn thing, and then we're gonna get into the crazy. We're gonna get into the health. I almost had to I had to search for some health shit because sometimes my channels they get stuck on one thing. They're sitting up here talking about how Ananda Lewis wants to keep her tumor. I honestly don't care if you want to keep that tumor. If you that damn bad shit crazy, go ahead and keep the damn tumor. But I'm under the impression that you are in stage 4. I think that bitch needs to go as soon as possible. But if you feel you can fight it and you win, good on you, ma'am. That's all I can say. But I'm not reporting that shit. So let's go on some more of this bull.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
ASAP Rocky to go to trial next year on charges he fired a force multiplier at a former friend. Can't y'all just stop talking to people and ghost each other? Los Angeles, ASAP Rocky is set to go to trial in Los Angeles early next year on charges that he fired a force multiplier at a friend and collaborators on the streets near a Hollywood hotel in 2021. The trial of the 36-year-old rapper, did not know he was that old, fashion mogul, if you say so, Grammy nominee and celebrity co-chair of the next Met Gala. Are you serious? Okay. It's set to begin with jury selection on January 21st. He has pled not guilty to 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. The trial has been scheduled to start November 12th, but his team asked at a hearing Tuesday that it be postponed because he is headlining the Rolling Loud Music Festival in Thailand next month. I thought Rolling Loud was an American thing. Oh, well. Superior Court Judge Mark S. Arnold said he will allow video cameras to air the trials that are expected to last about 2 weeks. That's true. I believe that the public deserves to see what goes on in the courtroom, the judge said. He asked defense lawyer Joe Tocopina whether Rihanna, with whom Rocky is in a relationship and has 2 children, plans to attend the trial so he could make proper security accommodations. I think he just wants a damn, I think he wants an autograph, real talk. Taco Pina, really? Taco Pina said he doesn't know, I almost guarantee not every day. Another judge ruled after a preliminary hearing nearly a year ago that Rocky should stand trial for allegedly firing a force multiplier at Terrell Efron, a childhood friend who testified that their relationship had soured and a feud came to a head on the night of November 2021. Efron testified that bullets grazed his knuckles. Ow! That's not only painful, but very hot. Rocky could get up to 24 years in prison if convicted on all charges. Are you serious? 24 years for that, 68 years for the bullshit that other dude said. You gotta be kidding me. Make it make sense. Taco Pina said outside the courtroom Tuesday that he was confident Rocky would clear his name and that despite the delay, he's eager to get to trial. Having this hanging over his head is not something he wants. Rocky was recently selected to be a celebrity chair at the Met Gala in May, along with Pharrell Williams, Lewis Hamilton, Coleman Domingo, and LeBron James. This is what we call fashion moguls? Okay. Though the result of the trial could complicate his ability to attend. Whatever, dude. I mean, seriously, I didn't know he did that shit. But then again, I don't be paying attention to these people that seriously. As soon as you make good music and they got a good beat, I'll listen. Otherwise, I really don't be paying attention to y'all motherfuckers unless it's something crazy. And then I still don't pay it. I got ADD when it comes to tea. I'm sorry. That's who I am, all right? I got ADD when it comes to tea. Because I got too many other things I'm curious about. Like, somebody make sense. Some of these damn animes, they never freaking end properly. You only get 2 seasons, and then you don't know what happened. Now you got to go and get the damn comic book, and half the time it takes, whatever. That's another tirade for another time. And then also, I just, whatever. Anyways, let's check this one out. It's health. So, black ladies, we need to pay attention to some stuff. Black ladies, we really do. Black women face a maternal health crisis, and advocates want it to be an election issue. That's another reason why you need to go out there and vote, please, because not only are we voting for the goddamn jackass in office, we're also voting for politicians that are not so corrupt that work in our local areas. Another reason to go out and vote. Francisca Shaw said she knew something was deeply wrong as she was rushed into an emergency cesarean for the delivery of her third child, a daughter, at Seattle's University of Washington Medical Center in 2015. I was there. I remember I told my doctor when I was getting cut, I can't breathe, Shaw recalled saying. She said, oh yeah, you can. How the hell are you going to tell someone they can breathe when they can't breathe? Shaw's uterus ruptured during the C-section, causing heavy bleeding. She required a hysterectomy and went into cardiac arrest, according to medical records viewed by Reuters. Whatever. She was hospitalized for 3 weeks after the birth, the record shows. The University of Washington Medical Center did not comment on Shaw's case, citing federal privacy laws, but said it was committed to ensuring high quality and equity in all of its patients' care. Advocates are trying to use the November 5th election as a moment to raise awareness about reproductive health and inequities impacting Black women, including higher rates of pregnancy and delivery complications and unaliving, as well as higher rates of certain cancers. Democratic candidate Kamala Harris has made abortion rights a central plank of her campaign, and in campaign appearance has blamed Republican Donald Trump for the unaliving of 2 young black mothers in Georgia, a state with abortion restrictions. I reported on both of those, and I do agree it's his fucking fault because he wants to take credit for all the bullshit they just pulled. How you gonna tell somebody how to treat their body and do what that's their body? You didn't even make their body. While public opinion surveys rank inflation and the economy as top priorities for Black women, I'm doing a deep dive on inflation soon. Reuters, whatever, spoke to 10 activist groups that said they were aiming to mobilize women of color around issues of systemic health care inequities. The effort is part of a 30-year-old movement for reproductive justice. Such concerns go beyond abortion rights, an issue that has galvanized women since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the constitutional right to an abortion in 2022. Shaw, now 43, works as a certified doula, a non-medical professional who assists during childbirth in Atlanta, Georgia. She said in an interview that attention to reproductive health is critical to winning her vote. Black maternal health and reproductive health has to be a conversation that I hear from a candidate for me to be on board to vote for them, she said. Pregnancy complications. Black women make up 13% of the female population of the United States, but accounted for 41.5% of abortions in 2021. We're still not over half. Black women in the U.S. also face greater risk bearing children. They are 3 times more likely to unalive from pregnancy-related causes than white women, according to the CDC. Georgia, where Black people make up 31% of the population, has the 8th highest maternal mortality rate. If you listened to us when we told you something was wrong, we probably would have been there, huh? Maybe? Did you think about that? Let's see here now. It has the 8th highest maternal mortality rate in the U.S. Nearly 16% of women in the state have to travel more than 30 minutes to deliver at a hospital, according to a 2023 report by March of Dimes, a nonprofit that works to prevent maternal and infant mortality. Nationally, fewer than 10% of women have to travel that far. A line chart comparing maternal mortality rates between all women and Black women in the United States between 2018 and 2022. The CDC and health experts attribute those gaps to chronic conditions such as cardiovascular disease and hypertension, as well as structural racism, implicit bias from the healthcare providers, and lack of access to quality healthcare. The Wright Rigger, a history professor at Johns Hopkins University, said abortion restrictions have made it even more difficult for Black women to access emergency care in cases of failing pregnancies or complications from medical abortions. The landscape for reproductive health for Black women has gotten far more dangerous in the last 2.5 years. Let me see here now. Black women are still being affected with medical apartheid. Well, that is what it is, I guess. But I've already reported it left and right, and I'm not sure when it's going to change. But I'm going to keep saying something. Since March, in our own voice, the National Coalition of 8 reproductive justice organizations said it has spent $2 million on digital ads, billboards, and mailers about abortion access and reproductive health to voters in 12 states, including election battleground states. It has also addressed ballot measures on abortion. Several states will vote on abortion access on November 5th. Regina Davis Moss, who heads the coalition, said the groups have made more than 1 million voter contacts targeting young voters, the LGBTQ community, and low propensity voters. She did not provide a figure for a total number of new voter registrations. Since her ascension to the top of the ticket in July, Harris has given more prominence to abortion than Joe Biden. She has called on Congress to enact a national law codifying abortion access and in a procedural rule requiring a supermajority in the Senate to pass legislation. I personally think they need to start doing some rules on the Supreme Court. They need some rules on their asses. They need to get vetoed out their ass too, these jackasses. They're the most corrupt out of all of it. The Harris campaign highlighted Black maternal mortality on a reproductive function. Hold on. Knock it off. Jackass. Anyways, a reproductive freedom bus tour in September and during a roundtable discussion in Michigan with Harris' sister Maya. On Saturday, U.S. Representative Nikema Williams, along with healthcare providers and public figures, joined the Harris campaign and the Georgia Democratic Party in Atlanta for an event to discuss Black maternal health and abortion bans. When asked, the Harris campaign did not point to specific policies on Black maternal health. But during her time in Senate, Harris was an original sponsor of the 2020 Momnibus Act, a package of 13 measures aimed at expanding access to prenatal and postpartum care for mothers. She also supported funding research into uterine fibroids, which are more prevalent among Black women. And the Biden administration last year allocated $470 million to improve maternal health, expanding access to healthy food and adequate housing, and funding student loan plans and scholarships to increase the diversity of certified midwives and nurses. About damn time. I'd be very curious if anybody could mention another vice president who has made Black maternal health a priority, said Keisha Lance Bottoms, a former mayor of Atlanta and a senior advisor to the Harris campaign. On the campaign trail, Trump has taken credit for appointing judges to the Supreme Court who voted to overturn abortion rights. You jackass. Trump expressed his support for a ballot measure in his home state of Florida to overturn a 6-week abortion ban and enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution, only to later reverse course. Jania Thomas, a spokesperson for Trump's campaign, said in a statement that the former president, current felon, has always made the health and safety of Black mothers a priority. You're going to get hit by lightning, you damn liar. She noted that Trump signed a 2018 bill in law that authorized $60 million over 5 years. To set up review committees of medical professionals and government health officials to investigate causes of maternal unaliving, particularly among Black women. We know the cause. That's a study. That ain't nothing else. Harris faces risks. However, some experts believe Harris faces challenges juggling two constituencies for abortion rights and for maternal mortality. Dr. Nadia Brown, director of Women and Gender Studies program at Georgetown University, said that white women and Black women historically have different approaches to abortion bills and reproductive health. You won't find Black women saying, I'm voting because I want to try enshrine abortion rights, but rather you would get black women talking about, I'm voting because I understand that there's a lot of attacks on bodily autonomy, and I want to be able to protect that and thinking about healthcare as a human right, as a dignity. Look, I'll say it and I'll say it all day. I don't really like abortions, but I do support people having the right to do whatever the hell they want to their body. All right? I'm pro-choice and I'm pro-life. How about that? We have absolutely no problem working across the aisle on improving prenatal health care in rural Georgia, Drayton said. In the election battleground state of Georgia, which banned abortion after 6 weeks in July 2022, the issue of black maternal mortality has converged with abortion rights. The state Supreme Court in Georgia this month reaffirmed the ban after it was overturned by a lower court. Last month, ProPublica reported on the deaths of two black mothers, Amber Thurman and Candy Miller, who were denied medical treatment after experiencing complications linked to medical abortions. Harris spoke about the deaths at a campaign rally in Atlanta days later, saying that Thurman would be alive today if she had not waited 20 hours at the hospital for post-abortion care. Since spring, Naomi Destabel and her colleagues at the Feminist Women's Health Center, a clinic in suburban Atlanta offering contraception, abortion, gender-affirming care, and other services, have spent their weekends doing voter registration at arts, music, and LGBTQ festivals. They've also partnered with churches. Destabel said she found growing interest from voters about the state of black maternal health and reproductive justice. There's a lot of passion here. So yeah, like I said, I continue to report on this, and I will continue to. I would like to see more awareness go into black maternal mortality and massage noir, because it's very annoying. It is very, very femme noir, noir. It's just annoying. It just really is. But that's neither here nor there. Let's check out my commercial one last time. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to help me get my numbers out, just please like, share, get my word out. Because I'm really trying to take back the word woke. Because this is not what it is. The shit that they got running around in this world, this is not what it is. I'm trying to show you right now what it is. It's knowing what the hell is going on in this goddamn world while they try to hide it. Okay, it's not all this other crazy ass shit. Yeah, I really wish people would stop that. But anyways, let me get my commercial on, and then we gonna check out weird ass news. God dang it, here we go again.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so if you're eating, I would suggest you not do that right now for this damn story here. Orca splashes poop into audience at SeaWorld in San Antonio. I just want to say one thing and one thing mainly. I just am not comfortable feeding animals. I really don't want to touch a wild animal. That's just me. Never really wanted to. And the whole concept of them being able to touch me kind of doesn't make me feel comfortable either. So just the thought of a sea person, a sea creature throwing half their home on me does not make me feel good. So I already knew I was going to like this. I was not going to like this. Audience members attending an orca show at SeaWorld San Antonio got more than they bargained for when the killer whale defecated in its pool and then splashed the crowd with the soiled water. All of y'all should have went home and took a hot-ass bath and then went to the doctor and got some shots. That's nasty. You might have some issues now. All of y'all got pink eye. Alex Bermudez posted a video to TikTok showing the orca swimming in its glass-walled pool with a cloud of whale poop following behind it. Oh, that's even worse. That's like when people crop dust you. Oh, I didn't know that shit could follow. Anyways, the oceanic mammal then splashed the feces-filled water onto the crowd, and SeaWorld employees eliciting a mixture of shock, disgust, and amusement. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Who the hell is amused by this? That is not amusing. That is a health issue. Oh, sepsis. SeaWorld San Antonio has yet to comment on the incident. SeaWorld announced in 2016 that it would end its orca breeding program and phase out the animal at its parks after a certain generation unalived. 5 orcas currently reside at SeaWorld San Antonio. So, are you saying you don't know if this dude is regular, so not to schedule shows when he's feeling like that? I'm just saying, because yeah, that'd have been a first and a last for me. I'm perfectly fine. I know everyone. It doesn't mean I gotta watch it, and it definitely doesn't mean I gotta wear it. But you know what? That's it for tonight. I'm just kind of feeling off a little, so I'm gonna call it. And if anybody's up here that wants to get into the panel next week, please do. If you like what I did, I'll try and cut this show up a little. But the last ones were disasters. Anything that has like a extended quiet moment, I'm just not gonna post it. But anything that shot through pretty good, I'm going to. I got to check background. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much. And you know, you know how I do. Without y'all, there would be no me. At least right here, I'd still be running around, but I definitely wouldn't have, the confidence to keep this going. So thank you very much. I'll see y'all later, and good night. Where's my damn outro? I always can't find the damn outro. There you go.
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Laying house to stay home with my soul. On the road, I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Laying house to stay home with my soul. On the road.